Good morning, it's MaryEllen from the channel MaryEllen After 60, and my DNA results are back, and I plan to share them all with you. I'm doing this in collaboration with Anne-Marie from Beauty by Anne-Marie. If you're not subscribed to Anne-Marie, you definitely need to check her out. She is a beautiful woman that also has a beautiful shape, and I still like her. She is very knowledgeable. She does a lot of skincare, beauty. She just does all sorts of videos. And I'm going to talk about her a little bit at the end. But I know some of the people watching here are just interested in the DNA. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I sent my DNA in, I think April 8th is when I sent it in. And I got it back a few weeks ago. And I've been working on my ancestry. And I've been doing that, I think 2000 was when I signed up for 2 weeks and I started doing a little bit of it. I've searched my genealogy off and on, and I'm going to go ahead and, I could talk forever, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started and share with you what my ancestors were. This is the very first slide that I'm going to show, and it tells you the approximate amount where your DNA comes from. I'm over 99% European, with 56% coming from Great Britain, 12% from Ireland, 10% from Europe West, 8% from the Iberian Peninsula, 6% Italy, 4% Scandinavia, 2% Europe, East Europe, and less than 1% from Finland and Northwest Russia. There is less than 1% from the Middle East. And you can see all the areas circled, and I'm going to go one by one. The largest percent was Great Britain. That was 56%, and you can see the area in the darker area, and that is where they believe my ancestors come from. I'm just going to go through this quickly because Anne's going to talk more about DNA. 12% is Ireland, and this is the area in West Europe where they believe my ancestors are from. Belgium, France, Germany, Netherlands, Switzerland, Luxembourg, and 8% in the Iberian Peninsula. That kind of surprised me. That is Spain and Portugal. I have 6% in Italy, in Greece, and Scandinavia, 4%. 2% in the area that's considered Europe East. That includes Poland, Czechoslovakia, Russia, Austria, and so on and so forth. Less than 1% in Finland, Northwest Russia. And this is my trace amount from West Asia. There were two surprises. First of all, I was always in my paternal side of the family. It was always said that we had some Native American blood in us. I had no Native American Indian blood in me. I was surprised that I was 56% Great Britain. But I'm going to talk a little bit about genealogy. I haven't been able to trace my paternal side of the family back very far. I'm in the Carolinas, and I'm on my third great-grandfather. And I guess I'm just going to have to make a trip to that courthouse because I am not finding any leads. Where it has been extremely interesting is on my mother's side of the family. If your name is Brenneman or Neff, or there's several other names, there's a real good chance that we're related because they were all very, very early colonists. Something that was really interesting, and you have to search your facts. You just can't go on Ancestry and jump on somebody else's timeline. In checking my facts, I found a lot of information on one of my great-grandfathers that was in England, and he was invited by William Penn to come to the United States. And that was really interesting. I found a lot of doctors in the family. In fact, the first doctor in Lancaster, Pennsylvania was one of my greats. But the most interesting thing was, I can see why so much came from Great Britain. I am traced back to King James from Scotland. King James James II, 3rd, 4th, and 5th were all grandfathers. Now 6th, I guess, was a great, 10 times great uncle. I'm just kind of, I'm researching that and making sure the information is correct. It is such an interesting thing to do. If anybody's interested, I have absolutely no affiliation with Ancestry.com. They always give a 2-week membership free just to get you started. What I do is I usually subscribe for 6 months at a time. And when I resubscribed some time ago, I did a 6-month, and I think it was $199. And I got 7.5% cash back. So always check on Ebates, or there's another one, Mr. Ebates. I've never used it, but I've used Ebates, and it's pretty cool. Once your DNA is on file with Ancestry.com and you check your results online, it will hook you up with people that share your DNA. People that you knew you were related to and people that you didn't know you were related to. Right now I'm looking at mine, and there's 438 fourth cousins or more. There's closer cousins, and then they have an area where your DNA matches some people that you may not realize that you may be related to. To tell you the truth, after I sent my DNA off, I was a little bit nervous. I thought of something. My father he was in the Marines for 13 years, and he was almost 30 when he married my mother, and my mother was 24. And it was the only marriage they had, and they stayed together until my father passed. But I thought, oh my gosh, there is a potential that there could be a sibling out there that I did not know about, a half-sibling. So far that hasn't happened, but the possibility is there. Yeah, there's endless possibilities searching for your ancestors on Ancestry.com. I was really, really lucky that my mother lived in Pennsylvania, where they kept great records. My grandmother had wonderful records, handwritten baptismal certificates, so I kind of had a head start there. But it was such a pleasure to share with you my information, as vague as it may be, but it's very exciting. And when Anne heard I was doing the Ancestry DNA, we decided then and there to do a collaboration video together. You will not be sorry if you go visit Anne. She is a truly beautiful, knowledgeable, articulate woman, and I enjoy her very much. With that being said, it is all good, and if you're interested in Ancestry, this is a good way to get started. That 2-week free trial may get you hooked. So it is all good. You guys have a great day, and take care.